If you saw the title, you know this video is going to be about Delta-8 and Delta-9 edibles. So please let me spare you the time. If you are a person who already hates Delta-8, already says Delta-8 edibles don't work for them, already say Delta-9 edibles don't work for you, you hate edibles, perhaps this video is not for you. Perhaps this video is for someone who wants to learn about Delta-8 edibles, who wants to learn something about Delta-9 edibles, maybe, or they know, or who wants to know the difference. Or this video is for somebody who wants to hear about these redhead hemp, hopefully can be shown on the green screen, but these redhead hemp Delta-8 edibles. Maybe you're one of those people. If you have the last two groups, feel free to stay and stick around. If you are an edible hater, if you are a Delta-8 or Delta-9 edible hater, this video is probably not for you. Now with the regularly scheduled program. What's up, guys? Cheapy here, back with another episode of the Cannabis Library, back talking about more products, and back talking about a topic that people ask me about all the time because, in my opinion, of the whole Delta-8 or even new cannabinoid realm, it's a toss-up. Comment below whether you like the carts or edibles more, but in my opinion, as a whole, the edibles are the biggest and have the best longevity of these hemp-derived cannabinoid market, or of the hemp-derived cannabinoid market. This video isn't really about which cannabinoid is better either, because I don't really believe in better. I believe in better for someone, better for X, better for XY, better for this person, better for that person, better for whoever. And all these videos are about me trying to convey who I think the products are best for. With Delta-8 and Delta-9, I think somebody could like and appreciate both of them in completely different contexts. And as I get through this video, I'm going to explain more what I mean by that. But I think Delta-8 has its place. I think Delta-9 has its place. And I'm going to see what 50 milligrams of Delta-8 does for me today. A lot of the difference is how much you have to eat between Delta-8 and Delta-9. But let's get into it. So I'm going to start by having one of these redhead hemp watermelon edibles. Normal square Delta-8 edibles. Seen them like this a lot, but I haven't had a watermelon one. I don't know the last time I had a watermelon one. Or blue raspberry. No, I've had a blue raspberry recently, but we're about to see how these stack up versus some of the other ones I've had. But that's like good candy. And that'll bring me to my first point. Delta-8 edibles, in my opinion, win in the taste category all the time. For whatever reason, Delta-8 distillate tastes way better than hemp oil when it's in anything. I have had now, especially now that I've been out in a legal state, and I have before, and I've had a lot of edibles. Edibles have a distinct weed taste. No matter how well you try to mask it, more than likely that weed taste is gonna come through there somewhere, either in the aftertaste, and right when you take a bite, whatever. Or whether it's in like candy form, whether it's in like brownie form, whether it's in drink form, whether it's in smoothie form, whatever, that weed taste is gonna come through. For whatever reason, Delta-8 distillate taste is able to be masked so well. That is one win for me in the Delta-8 category, is taste. The Delta-8 gummies have always tasted the best, in my opinion. Even amongst CBD oil also, you cannot get CBD gummies and CBD products, they be tasting terrible. That just is what it is. Like, they just don't taste good. Weed edibles a lot of times really don't taste good either, but you really taste it in the CBD because it doesn't get you high. And I feel like a lot of people are like, at least this weed gummy gonna get me high. And they pop it in their mouth. But when it comes to CBD, I'm not eating that and it doesn't get me high. But first point is, I think Delta-8 tastes way better. But like I'm saying, with the Delta-9, they are much stronger. So you are sacrificing some of the taste, in my opinion, but the Delta-9 edibles, they tend to be, I mean, they always are much stronger. But obviously this depends on dosaging. If you eat 500 milligrams of Delta-8, you're not just going to get a little Delta-9 gummy that's just going to be much stronger than that. That's just not going to happen. So it all depends on dosaging. I wish somebody could come out with a chart that kind of matches it up. But based off of what I've seen, I think Delta-9 gummies tend to be, in terms of like how long they'll last, in terms of The highest you'll be, gosh, it's hard to say. But if I wanted to get to the level of a 25 milligram edible, which is like a standard edible that you can get in the dispensary, if I wanted to get to that level, I would probably eat 75 to 100 milligrams of, probably like 75 milligrams of Delta-8. So maybe you could say, I would say that Delta-9 is 3 times as strong. I don't know if I would say that though, because at the 50 milligram mark, but I'll be where I want to be. But I probably still actually, now that I'm thinking about it, won't be as high as a 25 milligrams. So I would say about 3 times as strong. I would say if you want what a typical dispensary edible would get you, you would have to eat 3 25 milligram Delta-8 edibles. Gosh, people are going to quote me on that shit and they're going to be like, that's not true, I tried it. Like, but based off my experience and what I would want, like if I'm going out to a basketball game or something like that, and I want to feel like I would with 1 dispensary edible, I'd eat 3 Delta-8 edibles. That's the best way I can explain it. So I got these edibles from Redhead shipped to my house. That is a clear dope thing about Delta-8 that Delta-9 doesn't have any type of competition with, considering that these things can be shipped, these Delta-8 edibles, I'm about to have one of these blue raspberry ones here in a second as well. They can be shipped nationwide. Like they can, or I think 35 states right now. Delta-9, even right now, if I wanted edibles right now, I could go to the dispensary. I could go wait in the 30-minute to an hour line sometimes, shit, out here in Illinois. But I could go sit over there for all that time, go pay really high prices, and then get the edibles. Or I could sit at home and get these shipped to my house. And I know some of these states, I'm sure I'm going to get in the comments, my state delivers. Well, that's great, but you're in the great minority of the nation who could get dispensary edibles shipped to their home. That's not commonplace in the US yet. Now I'm about to try one of these blue raspberry, 25 milligrams. They are vegan, and this is hemp-derived Delta-8 THC. Another banger, a little bit sour, but almost like no weed taste. It's insane. A positive for Delta-9 obviously would be the fact that they help you sleep. They really can't be matched. Like Delta-8 on the back end, they make you tired. And if you're tired, it can help you go to sleep. I will say that. But Delta-9, if you eat enough, it will put you to sleep if you need to go to sleep. In my opinion. From my experience, if I need to go to sleep, I eat a Delta-9 edible, I'll be asleep soon. So for the people who are in the strict sleep market, Delta-8 probably isn't for you. And you have to eat all that sugar before you go to sleep if you have to eat a lot of pieces. As they're starting to come out with like 200 milligrams, just like 1 serving of edible or whatever. But with the Delta-9 edibles, you can get a lot in a very little piece or whatever, and they'll for sure help you go to sleep, no doubt. Between this watermelon and blue raspberry from Redhead, I would have to go with the watermelon. The blue raspberry was pretty good. It had a little bit of a sour twang to it, if you will, but I would have to go with the watermelon. If they were both just sitting out in front of me and I had to choose, I would go with the watermelon. But you can't miss with either one. They were both good candy. Like I would sit here and eat these, dead ass. If these didn't have THC in them, I would sit here and just pop them in my mouth and just eat them while I worked on this video afterwards. So now I'm gonna wait and see what the effects of these are like. If you wait till the end of the video, I'll actually tell you why I personally like Delta-8 edibles more of the time, or they're appropriate for me more of the time, and I'll give you that reason at the end of the video. I'm gonna chill on these for like 30 to 45 minutes. I'll probably read a little bit, write a little bit, get ready to edit this video afterwards. Then I'll come back, give you the full review of the Redhead hemp edibles, and like I said, tell you why I prefer Delta-8 edibles usually. See you guys in a little bit. So it's been about 45 minutes since I ate the edibles, and I'm feeling them. I actually just sat and read the whole entire time. The book I'm reading is super interesting, and I felt them creeping. Just sitting there kind of doing an active activity like that, but still like chilling, I could just feel my eyes like getting lower. And 50 milligrams, guys, is where I like to be, and these Redhead hemp edibles do have me feeling great. So the taste was great. I feel great. Definitely get the stamp of approval. And I told you guys I would describe to you why I like Delta-8 edibles better for me more often, and that's productivity. With 50 milligrams of Delta-9 edibles, more than likely I would not have been able to sit there and focus on that book. I probably would have fallen asleep personally, and that's just me being who I am. Perhaps if I had some 10 milligrams sativa edibles or something like that, I would be able to focus and have the energy to keep going. But I know for a lot of people, they want to be relaxed by the edibles, but still be able to be productive. And that's where Delta-8 really shines, in my opinion. The ability to eat edibles, to still get that cannabis THC feeling in your head and your body, be able to relax, but also stay productive. These redhead hemp edibles definitely get a Cannabis Library stamp of approval. You guys can see it in my eyes. I definitely feel them. I definitely feel pretty good. I feel that Delta-9 edible hybrid indica feeling that's always attached to them. I hope you guys like my new hat. Shit, this is a new Puff Creative hat. I actually do some work with Puff Creative. I make some content for them as well, so hit me up if you guys need like cannabis marketing and stuff like that. That's definitely a lane that I'm in and something I could help with. Guys, it's been another episode of the Cannabis Library. Shout out to Redhead Hemp for these edibles. Definitely great. 25 milligram. I ate 2 of them, so I got a nice 50 milligram fade in. There's nothing better about Delta-8 or Delta-9, guys, in my opinion. I mean, it's what you want and it's what's for you and what's best for you. I think Delta-8 edibles are great for someone who wants to have the feeling, have the effects, but still be able to be efficient during the day. And I think Delta-9 are perfect for that person who really wants that knockout punch, or if you want the sativa edibles. If you want edibles that can hit like a sativa, I would suggest that, because I haven't had too many Delta-8 edibles that hit like sativa. You'd have to venture into the THCV lane or just some Delta-9 sativa edibles. But guys, if you want me to talk about edibles more, if you want me to make another video about them, I can do that. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me, coming and getting faded, smoking, eating edibles with me. I definitely had a good time. I definitely enjoyed the effects of these edibles for sure. So guys, it's been GP with another episode of the Cannabis Library. I'll see you guys next time.